prepping for a recession as a single parent. I do have a 19-year-old, but from my experience, I just wanted to share this video of tips that I'm actually doing myself. So for the ones that are actually taking care of little ones, that probably cost a lot more. So the first thing that I put on my list is have more than one stream of income. And I know you might probably saying, Angie, I don't have this business, I don't have this, or I don't have that, but think outside the box. So, the reason why I think about this is because you just never know what's going to happen. You don't know if you're going to lose your job, and you don't know how high expenses are going to get. So it's just really nice to always have like multiple places that you're getting money. And I've always done this, and I didn't always make a lot, but like every little bit counted. So like there was one point of my life that I was going to school, and like I had a seasonal job. It was like a catering job for my friend. And she had like a tea room, and she used to have like, these holiday, mostly in December, of like weddings, and she always needed an extra caterer. And it was like not a full-time job, but whenever she needed me, she would pay me $20 an hour. And it was usually like on a Saturday from like 6 to midnight. So I would do that whenever she would call me, and that was like one of my multiple streams of income when I needed money. The next thing that I've always done Uber on and off. I didn't really know what Uber was. Like, I was kind of scared to do it, but Uber Eats has always been like my savior. And I always do it when I need it. Another one is offering to clean people's houses. So you can always offer that to anyone you know, even your friends, and you'd be surprised on who's going to hire you. Because I've cleaned a lot of people's homes that I never thought I would be cleaning. And that was always like very easy to do, like very easy and understandable. And you don't have to do exactly what I'm doing, but I'm just giving you tips that I did. The reason why I chose cleaning was because my mom used to clean houses when I was growing up. So I would always have to go with her sometimes. I would sometimes have to go with her. And so like I kind of just picked it up pretty quick. I was not perfect in the beginning, and I'm still like learning whenever I do need to clean someone's house. But it's actually a great skill to have, just to clean your own house. Another one is hosting for other people. So I had this lady who was selling a book, and she asked me to create, this was before CapCut and Canva came out. I was using like this app called Monkey something, I forgot. But so she would give me $20 for each design I would create. So I would grab quotes from out of her book and just design the quote and like make it really pretty like Canva. And she gave me $20 per design. And so I ended up like making, I want to say it was over $100. I think she gave me like 2 or 3 months to do it, and I sent her all of them, and then she paid me $20 per design. And I made more than one. And it took me a much longer time, but like I was a new experienced person. So like I did it, and it's like random jobs. But I learned how to do it, and she showed me, and I did that. And I always was like a receptionist on and off for a long time at a spa. So that helped me as well. And then I became a barista as well at my church. But like, I kind of juggled like 3 little jobs all the time. And sometimes it was babysitting or just like helping somebody out. And one last thing, I sometimes ask people to do jobs for me, like on the fly. And it seems like some people are just scared to do that for me because they'll tell me. Like I hired somebody she's a professional audio person, but I was like, hey, can you kind of edit my Spanish version just to read it one more time for the book that I'm selling? And she was like, I'm not a professional though, but because we kind of already tweaked it because she wanted to clarify that she was going to like record the right, I don't know how to say it, the right tone for my book. So when she was like changing it the way it was written a little bit, tweaking it, I was like, can you just like do the whole book and I'll pay you? And right away she was like, I'm just not a professional though. And it's like, don't ever say that to people, because if someone's offering to pay you something, and I'm like speaking from the other side, a person that wants to pay. If we want to pay you to do something and we know you're not a professional, we saw something in you as potential and we want to bless you with the money. So when somebody asks you to do something that you don't know, like that lady who wanted me to do those posts, you got to just wing it. That's one thing I like about the American business way. Sometimes you just go for it. But I think some people think that they need a degree or certificate, but you don't always need to do that. You can just try. Like some people, they just try. Like, back in the day when we were learning about, like scientists back in the day, like Benjamin Franklin, like they didn't all get like years of school experience to get a degree to become a scientist. Benjamin Franklin was just outside trying to invent electricity, but he didn't go to school for it. So like we need to stop like thinking that we need to have certain like credentials, especially if somebody's willing to pay you. And the worst thing that can happen is you work for them, you get paid for X amount of weeks, and if they don't like it, they let you go, you learn something, and then you earn a little money, and that's it. And then you just try again. But like, if somebody offers to pay you to do something, just do it. Just try. You just never know. Because sometimes it's that we have the money and we want to bless you. So, okay, next thing, a high yield savings account. I keep saying this, a high yield savings account. Check out Basque Bank online and make sure it's just federally insured. As long as it's like, it has like federal insurance, you're okay. So there's actually other high yield savings accounts that like are, a lot like the percentage is a lot better. Like for me right now, my rate is 4.3 at Basque Bank, but there's some that are doing 4.8. But get your money in a high yield savings account. And my high yield savings account, you don't need to start with like $500. You can start with like $50 or $20. You do not have to put a bunch of money in to start. A lot of people think that, and I'm just here to let you know that that's not true. You do not have to be rich to invest. Last year, I was unemployed for a year and I was doing Uber, and I was still investing my money into a 500 S&P 500. I wasn't putting a lot, but I was talking to a financial advisor, and he said, if you're going through a year of hardship, it's still good to put something in there. So that's what I was doing. And it saved me because I was putting some of my money also in a money market as well and my high yield savings account. So my money was still growing even though I wasn't making that much. Instead of us just putting it into a checking account, which is like mostly the interest is 0.01 versus 4.3%. You see? And if you put it under your mattress, I was the type of person as a single mom early on, I was putting all my money in an envelope in my house, and I could have been saving, like earning more money, putting it in a high yield savings account, and I had no idea. So that's why I'm doing this video, is to let you know that. And I just mentioned the money market. A lot of people really promote the money market, but there's some money markets that you have to start with like $1,000 or $10,000. Oh, the sun is killing me. This is Arizona sun. But you can do it through Fidelity, a Fidelity account, a Schwab account, and you don't have to put a whole bunch of money. I think you can just start with just anything. So don't think that you need a whole bunch of money. And if you need more help, just reach out to me and I can message you as much as I can, as much as possible to give you more feedback, or I can just do another video to walk you through this. Last thing is, so if you're a single parent and you're preparing for the recession, plan out how much money you're going to need when it comes to back to school in summer and your vacations. And speaking about vacations, make your vacations not ordinary, but they don't have to be like extravagant either. Just think out the box, try to be more creative. Oh, this sun is super bright. Try to be really creative. Like for me, what I used to do with my son, instead of us doing like a week of vacation, we would do weekends or 4 days instead of 7 days. And that saved me a lot of money. So just get creative, see if you can visit a family friend or grandma's house and do something that's like not going to break your budget. You don't have to go into a nice resort just to show people pictures on Instagram. You can go to a beautiful beach nearby that is not that expensive and still do beautiful pictures on the gram without breaking your bank. I hope this helps.